for a heart attack. And if it's high, you can lower it either by taking vitamins B3, 6, 9, and 12, or you can take a homocysteine lowering formulation, or you could just become a vegan and eat plants instead of animals. And how much mileage do you think you'd get from lowering your homocysteine level? Actually, it's a lot. If you lower your homocysteine level, it can decrease your risk of a heart attack by 20%, a stroke by 40%, and blood clots by 60%. All right, now for vitamin C. Vitamin C helps prevent fat from adhering to your blood vessels, and it increases absorption of calcium and magnesium also. The recommended dosage of vitamin C for preventing a heart attack is 1,000 to 3,000 milligrams daily. And foods that contain vitamin C include mostly your fruits and vegetables. But most people don't eat enough fruits and vegetables to get vitamin C from their diets. So there are all sorts of vitamin C supplements. There are even flavored powders that you can use to make yourself a flavored drink. And you should know also that cooking partially destroys vitamin C. Our last vitamin is vitamin E. Vitamin E decreases your risk of blood clots. And since blood clots are one of the ways in which roadblocks can occur in your arteries, it decreases your risk of a heart attack. If you want to get vitamin E from foods, the richest sources are vegetable oils like sunflower oil, safflower oil, canola oil, cottonseed oil, wheat germ oil, and, of course, olive oil. And the required dosage is 200 to 800 international units daily. You'll find all sorts of vitamin E products in grocery stores and pharmacies and drugstores, you name it. All right, now we're ready to address supplements. The supplement most familiar to people for preventing a heart attack is coenzyme Q10. Your body actually makes its own CoQ10 unless the process for doing so is impaired. And CoQ10 improves your heart's pumping ability. The necessary dosage for reducing your risk for a heart attack is 30 milligrams daily. But if you're at high risk for a heart attack, meaning you have a lot of those factors that are on the list of risk factors, then you should take 60 to 90 milligrams or even more daily, because this is a big deal and you can't take too much really. And because CoQ10 is fat soluble, you really should take it with a meal that contains at least some fat. Now, I just told you that your body produces CoQ10, but you're not the only animal that produces CoQ10. You can eat it in your diet by eating organ meats like liver, as well as sardines and mackerel. And you can also get it by eating peanuts. I prefer peanuts. I'm vegan. And if you want to check your level of CoQ10, you can do so with a blood test. The normal level is 0.8 to 1.2 micrograms per milliliter of blood. And the therapeutic level for preventing a heart attack is 2.5 to 3.5 micrograms per milliliter of blood. Now, a less well-known supplement for preventing a heart attack is L-carnitine. L-carnitine does many things to improve your heart. It decreases your triglycerides, increases your healthy HDL, and regulates your heart rate. And the dosage is 250 to 500 milligrams daily. Now, if you read studies about L-carnitine, make sure you distinguish whether there's studies on regular people or on bodybuilders, because people who want to bulk up their muscles take very high dosages of L-carnitine. And a study in that regard would not apply to a menopausal woman just taking the dosages I've mentioned. So remember the axiom, if a little is good, a lot is not necessarily better. Okay, the final is alpha lipoic acid, also called ALA. You know, there's an acronym for everything these days. ALA is another supplement with which most people are less familiar. It helps to maintain your levels of vitamins C and E. And it also assists in insulin metabolism. And in previous podcasts, you learned that there's more to heart attacks than just fat. Sugar is also a culprit, and that means your insulin levels matter too. The recommended dosage of alpha lipoic acid for preventing a heart attack is 50 to 200 milligrams daily. So I have given you 4 minerals, 6 vitamins, and 3 supplements, all of which can lower your risk of a heart attack. And the dosages I've designated are specifically for purposes of reducing your risk of a heart attack. I am always very specific about the topic. And if you would like a chart of everything I've told you today, you can go to my website, menopausetailor.me, go to the tab that says YouTube video tutorials, hover over it, and it'll have a drop-down menu that says charts. And you'll see all these charts. I make a lot of charts. I'm a chart person. I'm a nerd. I chart everything. And women tend to love my charts. And they're like big old cheat sheets that you can carry around with you and see how everything relates to everything else and not have to go looking it up in some manual. Okay? So there's a nice chart, and you can get it at my website, which is menopausetailor.me. Now, none of these things that I've presented today is magic. It's not like you can eat fatty foods, be a couch potato, ignore all the risk factors for a heart attack by taking any or all of these substances. It's not an either or kind of thing. Even if you took all of these things dutifully, you could still be at risk for a heart attack. No supplement can supplant a heart attack reducing lifestyle, but every little bit of prevention helps. This entire education on menopause is my effort to equip you with the tools that can help make the rest of your life the best of your life. And your best life does not include having a heart attack. Okay, so now you have a smorgasbord of vitamins, minerals, and supplements that are good for your heart. And one of those options was calcium. And every time someone mentions calcium, someone else mentions something about coronary artery calcium. So that's what I'll be discussing in the next podcast. If you'd like to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, I'm always there. My website is menopausetailor.me. You should see my YouTube channel, which is Menopause Tailor. I present all of these lessons, but with a lot of props and models and a lot of fun along with it. And depending on how you learn, please use one of these educational resources, because my goal is just to make sure you know everything you need to know in order to manage your menopause your way successfully and not have false expectations. I cover everything in every category. I don't have a product, and I don't push anything on you. I just give you the education. And I'm the only person on the planet doing that. So I thank you for being here. And I do consultations. And if you'd like one of those, you can schedule that at menopausetailor.me anytime. So I will say goodbye for now, and I'll see you. I won't see you, but I'll talk to you in the next podcast. Take care. Bye.